You always have a safe word. Being up in the air, like just literally you with the clouds, it's so peaceful. This is what you want. You always have a safe word. And if somebody doesn't want anything to happen, they just say the safe word. You talk before the session. You make sure you know exactly what somebody wants. And quite often, even they don't know what they want. But I usually do. Just by talking to somebody, they can, say, all right, well, I want this and this and this. And you're thinking, no, you don't. This is what you want. Anybody who wants anything extreme, like extreme caning, I'm very, very precise about what they want. What do you class as extreme caning? Do you want marks or do you just want a bit of redness? So as long as you know before you're going into a session, and then you obviously establish trust. So the more you see a client, the further you can go with them because he trusts you and you trust him. Yeah, yeah. Even walking down the streets, yeah, 100%. It kind of oozes out of people sometimes. And I think because of what I do, I think sometimes I could draw that out of people. They probably pick up on me a little bit. But yeah, it can be your bank manager. I've had it when I've been dealing with police, quite senior police. You can feel that they've got that side to them that just wants to be submissive in whatever way, be it spanking, be it humiliation. Yeah, you can tell. Well, when I first started being a professional dom, for a few years, I would tell my friends and family about the sessions I was doing because it was just some of them were just so funny, and they were obviously it's things that most people never get to see and experience. So the reaction was always, "You need to write a book," and I just thought there's nothing really new to tell. I'm sure some people would find it interesting, but as a book, it's been done. And then things started to happen, like court. I was in court twice. There's fire, the stalker, and I started to think this isn't normal. This isn't your run of the mill dominatrix life. So I thought maybe now there's a little book there somewhere. And to be honest, it was just a case of writing it out for myself. And then I thought, I have got things to say about the way we're treated in the adult industry and the way that we're discriminated against. And it's, everyone says you've got to be above board, you've got to pay your taxes, but then they don't make it easy for you because as soon as you put your head up and, say I'm here, straight away you're discriminated against. And that's how it is for escorts, for strippers. But I think for people in the BDSM industry, it's even worse. I tried to get building insurance on my dungeon in Stockport. Couldn't get it because of what I was. Now, there are sites out there that specialise in the adult industry. So if you're a stripper, if you're an escort, you can get insurance, not for a dominatrix. It's just an instant no because people don't understand what it is. When I first started doing the domination, I wasn't very confident. I was quite a shy, unconfident person, not really experienced that much of the world. And I think it brings out the confidence in you. It's like the example I give in the book about the guy who sent the perfume wrapped in £20 notes just because he saw a picture of me. And that was a major turning point for me because I thought, this is great. It's like, somebody actually just has seen a picture, had a quick chat with me and wants to send me this lovely gift. And gradually your confidence grows. You do have this confidence that comes with it, I think. And that also helps you throughout life. I mean, landing the plane is still not something I would have confidence in because every time you see that runway coming closer, you're like, oh my God, is this the time I'm going to bounce the plane across the runway? So, but it does, it's just, and I quite like a little bit of danger. I love a bit of adrenaline. I do. And just being up in the air with the clouds, it's so peaceful. You don't have anyone to bother you. Your phone's not going to ring. You're just there up in the air. I'm really good at it. I understand what mistresses need. And I've seen mistresses turn up being very new to it all, and then they flourish. And even now, I've seen mistresses that I've trained up who are some of the best in the Northwest. But a lot of it's your attitude. Just because you're dominant doesn't mean you have to be shouty. You don't have to be rude. And this is what I've always told mistresses, that it's just as important how you are with clients outside as it is inside the room. And I know what clients need. They need the privacy, they need the safety. It's not just a case of going in the room and whipping somebody. One of the things that I kind of wanted to get across in the book as well is how lonely the BDSM industry can be. Not so much for mistresses because you talk to each other, but for clients and for slaves. I've come across so many men and women, I suppose, over the years who are just they're really lonely in their little world because they think they're weird, and it's something they never talk about with people. I've said to them in the past, does your brother know, does your friends know that you see a dominate? Oh, no, 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 no. They'd never understand because they think they're weird. And they're not, because there's so many people who have little fetishes. You probably stood next to somebody in the pub who likes to have a little play with stuff. When I was on telly as well, I did receive a lot of emails after that, people just saying, I'm not on my own, am I? There is so many people out there who have fetishes, and we're not weird, are we? And it's like, well, no, as long as you're not hurting anything, as long as you're not doing anything wrong or breaking the law, it's you're not hurting anyone. I hate it when people think it's you're weird because you've got a little fetish. It's everyone's got a little bit of something somewhere. So yeah, it's nice to get that across as well. That you're not on your own just because you want to be submissive, just because you want to be on your knees in front of a woman, or you've got a shoe fetish. You're not weird. There's so many people just like you.